My lovers, Gemini Nation and their lovers, welcome to your December 2020 astrological sign update. My name is Made for Love. Now remember, when you're watching these readings for love, guys, you're not just gonna watch your sun sign. You're gonna watch your sun, moon, Venus, and your rising sign, and then you're gonna watch your person's placements in these areas, because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped or vice versa. Okay, and for goodness sakes, it is a general reading, so you just take what resonates and just leave the rest. It's not a personal reading, it's general. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start by getting a holistic view of your person. And we're going to do that by firstly getting a message from your person's higher self. What does the higher self want you to know? Right, and that's from my Divine Counterpart and Separation deck. Then I'm going to get a message from their shadow side, their shadow self. And I'll be using Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Shadows. Then we're going to see what are they healing at this time. What's coming up for healing for them, Gemini. And this is my Wounded Warriors deck. And when you're watching these readings, Gemini, as I said, sometimes the energies can be vice versa. So I find it very helpful to watch it twice. Once for my person and then once for myself. To get messages, especially when it comes to the healing messages, and especially if you're a twin, because usually you'd find twins healing the same issue at the same time, just different, like nuanced energies. So we have poverty here while they're healing. So they're healing poverty consciousness. Now they could have grown up poor, maybe, not necessarily. You don't need that to be operating in poverty consciousness. Poverty consciousness is the belief that there are limited resources in the universe and that you have to compete for it. Okay? How does that manifest or show up in our daily lives? It shows up as alcoholism. It shows up... Why am I saying alcoholism? Oh my God, not alcoholism. I meant workaholism. But maybe there's an alcoholism issue here. Sorry. Right, workaholism. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, greed and materialism and vanity. Okay? Hoarding. These are the ways that it shows up in our world. So this is something that's coming up for healing for them. What are they experiencing right now in their twin flame soulmate journey? This is my twin experience deck. What are they experiencing right now? And the final card, which I never take out this bloody deck. Where is it now? Oh man. Guys, hold a second. It was on the other side of my bookshelf. All right. And this is the Naked Flame Healing Messages by Angelic Revelation 144. And this is where we're going to get the message from this person's 3D self. All right. So, guys, let us go into these cards. The higher self. I'm not sure how you feel about me. All right. So it could have been that time has passed, or you guys may have been in no communication, or you may have changed up the way you approach the relationship, but there's something that it looks like you've done differently, and now this person is just not sure how they stood. It looks like in the past they were pretty sure, because you might have been giving them that kind of reassurance, that kind of feedback. You were in chaser mode, okay? But it looks like you've either just stood still as the Empress, or you might be actively running right now, Gemini, and they have no idea how you feel. They want to bring this relationship into some kind of stasis, because we have 59 that reduced to 14, and that's about temperance. Okay, so now that they're more balanced, they're not taking you for granted, and they really don't know how you feel. They don't. What's their shadow self telling them? Okay, so this person, they're power hungry. Okay, and I do think it's linked to that poverty consciousness. So maybe part of that power hungry mode that they're on might be a quest for economic power too. But there's something here about spiritual power as well. I don't know if this person might be trying to manifest you spiritually and not in a kosher kind of way, but there's some kind of power play that they may have been exercising over you, or over others, or others may have been exercising over them, that they are healing now. And for some of you, it's a spiritual power. Okay, so they might have even used the knowledge of this spiritual journey against you. Okay, I don't know if you told them about twin flames or soulmates or whatever, and they might have just leveraged that information to play to mind fuck you. Let's say it's to mind fuck you. We're gonna pull some cards on this, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, this is a person who feels disempowered, so they try to get power any way that they can. And I think for some of them, usually it's economic power, but they also might dip their hands into some spiritual power as well. Okay, so we have that going on. We have poverty. Now I interpret it immediately as poverty consciousness. But it could have also been maybe the legacies of growing up poor, or even there might be an issue now. Maybe they've been triggered hard because maybe there's some kind of financial fallout right now. Maybe not, and it doesn't necessarily go together, but it could have happened that maybe because your person grew up in less than favorable circumstances economically, it may have made the home unstable. I mean, the main things that couples, parents, caregivers fight about is usually money. So it's not just being poor, growing up poor, or going up in unsteady times, but the different things that come with that. Maybe witnessing abuse, maybe being neglected because parents have to, or caregivers have to work 2 jobs, whatever it is. There's something here, but either about poverty consciousness or the legacies of poverty that's coming through. Maybe they had less opportunities for their education, whatever it is. Maybe they felt that they weren't supported. There's something here that's coming up around growing up in less than favorable economic circumstances. Okay? What are they experiencing right now? Some blessings. Ooh, beautiful. All right, so it looks like this person's been doing some kind of work here. Okay, and they're reaping some kind of blessing. Now, who had this? Somebody had abundance. Maybe the Taurus reading. Maybe the Taurus reading. They had they were reaping some kind of ancestral abundance. Because they were doing their shadow work. I think it was Taurus. And one of those that went before your own. Yeah, they had that as what they were experiencing on their twin flame soulmate journey. So it looks like because they have been transforming, okay, spiritually, I'm getting spiritually, there's some sort of inheritance from their ancestors that they're getting. So we're going to pull more cards, but that's what I'm getting with that. And what does their 3 self want you to know? You are on my mind constantly. Yeah, because I have a question mark now, right? It looks like this person took you for granted in the past, okay? And now you've done something differently. You've done something differently that has broken the power play in this relationship, the power dynamic. Okay, so now they're the chaser. You are on my mind constantly. Do you think about me often? You see, they really don't know how you feel. You've done something differently, and it's really throwing this person for a loop. It's like they can always count on you to be there to give them healing, reassurances of love. They can always count on you to stroke that ego. But it looks like you ain't doing that shit anymore. So they want to know, do you think about me often? I am celibate and waiting for you, Papa. You are my one and only desire. I belong to you. right? So I feel that you've pulled back your energy, Gemini, and this is causing that shift in the dynamics. But let's go into the tarot and pull some cards and see what's going on here. All right. I'm not sure how you feel. They ain't sure how you feel. Why? Yeah, because you ain't expressing that love anymore. When you were giving it freely, they didn't give a fuck. So you were like, yeah, bye. I'm going to be giving that love to myself. Thank you. Right? And it's like they now know that you guys are twins. They're feeling this sex vibe off of you, right? Look, Aries here, Pisces there, right? They see you standing in your power. You're not waiting on them, all right? You're not chasing them anymore. You've gone and sat on your throne, and you ain't getting off. So now they want to take that leap of faith, but now they're conflicted at you. They don't know how you feel. They're ready to manifest this new beginning, but they don't know how you feel, okay? No idea how you feel. And, their shadow self, because they're feeling vulnerable, the shadow self wants to make a power play. That's what I'm getting, right? Ooh. The shadow self wants to make a power play by even maybe threatening to walk away from this connection or something like that. But beyond that, what I'm seeing is that power-hungry behavior from the past that came from a place of woundedness, from them trying to not feel vulnerable. It looks like they're walking away from this, okay? Now, whether it was them exercising some kind of energetic power or whether they were trying to gain control over you by manipulating you, it looks like they're walking away from that. Now, they could also be walking away from a toxic situation where somebody was exercising power or control, including energetic control over them. Okay? So it could be that as well. Let me pull another card on that. Yeah, they're not investing. There's some connection that they were in where somebody was trying to manipulate them or have some kind of control or power over them. Where there was just constant drama and interference. They're walking away from that shit. Look at here. 9 of Pentacles. It's like your person's becoming single and independent. They're becoming single and independent. What are they healing? They're healing poverty. What's that? Yeah, poverty consciousness. You see, they've been stuck. They've been stuck in that mode. Okay, going after the pentacles, okay, guarding that little pentacle there, okay, not letting it go. So we're talking about somebody who a hoarder. Look, they're all about the money, So they're healing this now, and they're stepping into a bright new beginning. That is going to have enough. That's going to have enough. But more importantly, it's going to have blessings, from the divine. So they're experiencing right now the favor of the universe because it looks like they're walking away from something toxic. Yeah, it looks like they're walking away from some kind of karmic partnership. Look, this is my breakup card, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That's my divorce card. And then they're going into the Hermit. So they're single and disengaged because something has burnt down. Look, the Tower. Something is burning to the ground. And they're just going to watch it burn. That's all. They're just going to watch it burn. Right? And as they watch it burn, as they leave that situation, the blessings of the universe rain down upon them. Now they're thinking about you. They're in hermit mode. They have plenty of time to think, right? Okay. They pretty much made up their mind. This 2 of Wands in reverse goes to the Ace of Wands. So they're very sexually attracted to you. But I am getting that this person, even though they know that you're the one, and I do think that this person thinks about a future with you, I see this person in pain. 10 of Swords in reverse. They're not happy. It looks like they've released a third party. There's been a Tower moment there, and they are wounded. Okay, so they might be a bit reclusive at this time, but that's okay because it serves any kind of future connection between you guys, because you are not rebound girl or rebound boy. So let them go heal themselves and come back, right? Okay, you don't want to be in that shit. All right, so let's go into the tarot, Gemini, and let's see. Well, they're thinking about you, so let's see what they're thinking about. Okay, let's see what's going on in that head of theirs that's thinking about you nonstop. And then we're going to look into their heart space. And then we're going to see how you are blocking the connection, Gemini. I used to ask what's blocking the connection, but now we're going to focus on our circle of control. All right, so we're going to see how you are blocking the connection, because usually when you resolve that particular issue within you, energetically, your person going to get it too. Okay. Yeah, okay, we have Page of Pentacles. Somebody want to make an apology because they want a reunion and reconciliation with the Six of Cups, okay? So they're thinking about reconciliation, but I think this person very hesitant about coming forward because you've changed shit up and you're unpredictable. I mean, you're always unpredictable, but now you're not being true to form, so you have them a bit confused. All right, so when they think about you, they think about this connection, Gemini. Where's their head at? Ooh, the devil, my God. Capricorn. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Lord. Gemini. What am I saying, Gemini? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Listen, so this person with a karmic. Okay, they are with a karmic, people. Capricorn again. Right? Because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's a gold digger karmic. So they found somebody that was operating in the same poverty consciousness as them. And then we have Five of Cups. Okay, so your person right now, they are grieving. Okay. They have a lot of regret. They wish they had chosen their Gemini, right? Rather than this Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Okay? That's what they're thinking about. They're like, I drank from the wrong effing cup. Can I bring this Two of Cups back together? They're not sure. They're really not sure. Whatever they chose is now broken. All right? So they think about, when they think about you, they think they have a lot of regrets because it looks like they chose some kind of gold digging karmic. I think they thought that it might have been more abundant, more stable, but it turned out to be a very toxic connection and very financially unstable, which is this person's worst nightmare. Okay, financial instability, because remember, they're coming from this place of poverty consciousness. So them, I think they made a decision based on finances, and then it turned out to be a big, massive trigger for them because it became financially. I'm hearing somebody was financially irresponsible, but it became financially unstable. Okay, now it's Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever's happened here, it's all fall down. They've lost. There's been some kind of great financial loss, but the connection between them and this gold again karmic, it looks like it's over. But it was very toxic. It had to happen. Let me pull a card on that devil. Yep. It was some kind of karmic connection, a karmic relation from past lives. Okay. That your person was very unhappy, and we have the Sun card in reverse, but they are trying to heal themselves now. But it had to go through that because that was karma. It had to happen for your person to learn this lesson here. And it's a big lesson about the things that you would do when you're operating in poverty consciousness. So they had to heal that once and for all. Let's see this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, it was a karmic cycle. But now your person, they need to go through that to get clarity. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and for them to finally stand in their power with the Nine of Wands upright. Okay, so let's see their heart space energy for you. So they have a lot on their mind because they're still processing some kind of old toxic relationship. And when I say old, it could be like the breakup could be pretty fresh, but you know, it's past energy, I feel, or it's happening this month. They're thinking about that old toxic relationship, and they're thinking about the bad choices that they made. Heart space energy. They really made a wrong turn, and they know that now. Can they come back to you? They're not sure. When they think about you, look, Queen of Wands, another karmic. Now, this is a karmic that controls people through energy. So this is someone who abuses their spiritual gifts, right? Binding spells, magic, that kind of stuff. Someone who exploits their sexuality to control others and to manipulate others, and someone who may even be physically abusive. Okay, they also have a interesting connection with the material world. Okay, because whilst the Queen of Wands upright is a businesswoman and go-getter, this one is a saboteur. You know the backstabbers at work, right? That's the Queen of Wands reverse. That will do anything to get ahead. Okay, that's the Queen of Wands reverse. So we got Aries coming out there. So they keep comparing the karmic to you, and they're realizing, right, they didn't think this through. We have Hermit in reverse. They could not see the karmic for who the karmic was. So when they think about you, they just think about all the bad choices. They should have chosen you. That's all I keep saying. They should have chosen you. That's Virgo. They should have chosen you. Look, they're the Queen of Cups here. Okay, Cancerian energy. All loving, all knowing. You don't abuse your spiritual gifts. Okay, you were there giving love. Okay, but they could not see you. They weren't willing to go deep within and do the hard work. You were too hard. They didn't think that they could level up to you, so they chose somebody on their level. Okay, and now all they're thinking about is a reunion with you. That's all they're thinking about. For some of them, they want to have children with you, but they identify you now as a soulmate. They recognize that they chose this person because they didn't know self. The Hermit is in reverse. Okay, they didn't know themselves. Okay, but now that they've gone through this experience, and I'm really feeling an awakening vibes, they are realizing that you are the one. Well, you know, they say hindsight is 20/20. So this person has got a fresh pair of glasses. Okay, so how are you blocking this connection, Gemini? How are you blocking it? How are you blocking this connection? We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. All right, Spirit saying you need to make a choice. Okay, you might be waffling back and forth. All right, as to whether you want this person or not. You might be still be caught up in some kind of fantasy this person might have spun. You might be kind of simplifying the obstacles that now exist, that still exist in this relationship. Spirit saying, right now you have to get clarity as to the reality of the situation. If this person is still with a third party, you need to actively disengage from that kind of energy, because you're only generating karma. If it is that you're living in the future, okay, and thinking about what might happen, Spirit saying you have to get clarity on that. All the illusions, you just have to get right down to earth and accept the situation as it is right now, and make decisions for yourself as it is right now, right now, at this point in time. If this connection is to come around, it will. But right now, you can't keep waiting on this person to make a move. And I don't think you have. I really do think that you've changed the dynamics in this relationship. But Spirit saying you have to get clear as to what you want, and not be in any kind of fantasy world with this person. We have Nine of Wands in reverse. Spirit saying you're still giving your power away. Okay, there's something, and Gemini is so good at standing up for themselves. Okay, so Spirit saying tap into that energy now. Where boundaries are needed, you need to establish them, but you have to show this person your metal and your power, because energetically they will also show the karmic their metal and their power. I'm going to pull a card and see how you're giving your power away. How are you blocking this connection? Ten of Cups. I think some of you guys are living in fantasy about what can happen in the future. For others of you, there are family members or friends that are trying to block this connection. Maybe perhaps on both sides. Or maybe the way you guys were brought up is affecting this connection, your own programming. What's blocking this connection? We have Page of Pentacles. Maybe there's some kind of childhood issue here. Okay, there could be a childhood issue here. Or maybe there's a child here that's blocking the connection. I'll pull a card on that as well. All right, so let's see how you're giving your power away, Gemini. How are you giving your power away? And it comes out again. 7 of Cups in reverse. I really do think that this card is about not being in a fantasy world with this person. I think this person may have created a fantasy. Okay, and both of you guys may have gotten lost in it and maybe have lost grip on reality. Okay, but Spirit is saying you really have to look at where this situation is right now, and not invest in any kind of, I keep getting the word fantasy, but it's like an illusion, because this person might have been an illusionist. Okay, the real magician. Okay, castles in the sky kind of thing. Spirit is saying, don't invest in that. Don't invest in that at all. Love yourself completely. Let's see the Page of Pentacles as a blockage. Yeah, your own, Spirit saying your own childhood insecurities are blocking this connection. Okay, so you have to really do some shadow work. Look at the shadow work card here. There's still some shadow work that you need to do to stand completely in your power, but there's some kind of childhood insecurities here that's blocking the connection. Right? You've not stepped completely into self-love, Gemini. Okay? All right. So based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's actions towards you within a month from you watching this reading? We have the Page of Cups, Pisces. We have the Wheel, beautiful. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. We have the 7 of Swords. I don't like that. And we have the 2 of Cups reverse. All right. I like these 2 cards. Right? I see this person coming in with some kind of communication, expressing their love in some kind of way, maybe in an apology even. And, fate working in you guys' favor. But let me see what's this 2 of Cups reverse. If that is them getting rid of another connection. Yeah. It looks like they start standing up for themselves and establishing boundaries with another connection and making plans. Look at the guy making plans here. Making plans to get rid of another situation or come out of another connection. We have 2 of Cups in reverse that they were previously stuck, right? It looks like they move away from that. It's the gold digging karmic. Okay, so it looks like they finally stand up for themselves and set those healthy boundaries. But they're not going to do that until you do it first, right? Viewer, you are the one, you're the more intuitive one. You're the one that's leading the way for this connection. So you have to stand up for yourself before energetically they stand up to the karmic. What is the last word of advice for you? So your homework is face the reality of what's happening right now head on. Accept it for what it is. Make a decision based on that. And step completely into self-love by confronting some childhood issues that remain unresolved. Whether it's body image issues, you're not thinking you're good enough, whatever it is, Spirit's saying you have to accept yourself completely. Right, so what is the advice? We have Zen garden, and that's your inner sanctuary. Beautiful. All right, so let's see what that's about. It's a card number 38, and that's 11. So that's about bringing balance to yourself from within, and then that finally manifests on the outside of yourself. All right, let's see the Zen garden. 38. Okay, so it says life is full of ups and downs. A constant ebb and flow between war and peace. Interesting. Everything has a positive and negative charge. Harmony and disharmony. Order and chaos. Clarity and confusion. Calm and conflict are all partners. In our physical world, you cannot have one without the other. Yet, like all of us, you sometimes wish that things could change. Why can't we just live in peace? Well, the answer is that peace is possible, but you can only find it from within. The first step is to accept the world as it is. Just let things be. Trust that everything happens for a reason and that there's a higher purpose to all things. Now become aware of your breath. So this is about being present. So neither living in the past nor hoping for, nor living in the future. And I think in this relationship, it looks like both of you guys might have created a fantasy world and was living in the future of what could possibly happen and waiting for that future that never really came. Right? Now become aware of your breath. Let it guide you to a place of peace and light. A beautiful garden within the golden chamber of your heart. It is here within your inner sanctuary that you will find the peace you seek. Peace is only possible when there's peace within our hearts. When you are able to find peace, even in the midst of chaos, then you are a true master. So you might have been searching for this peace, this love outside of yourself, or Spirit saying you got to find it within yourself first, and then everything just kind of falls into place. And the affirmation here is, I accept and love the world as it is. So it's time to accept and love your partner as they are, right? And make decisions based on that, not their potential, okay? As they are right now, as the situation is right now. I trust that there's a higher order to everything. I find solace in the sanctuary of my heart. I move my awareness within. I am the peace I seek. So you have everything that you can ever want. You don't have to find it in someone else, okay? So right now your goal is self-acceptance, okay? And staying in the present, not looking at this person's potential or the potential of this relationship, but right now, everything that's happening, you have to stay present, stay present, stay present. That's your big mission right now, okay? Gemini, that was your reading. I hope that it helped you. Take care. Thank you for your likes, shares. Please subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye.